Have you ever wondered if wars happen by chance, or if they follow hidden patterns that only the wisest among us can see? What if I told you that behind every bullet fired since World War II, ancient forces have been at work, guiding the hands of those who believe they are in control? Welcome to a journey beyond headlines and history books, where we will uncover the mystical threads connecting major conflicts that have shaped our modern world. The end of World War II in 1945 did not bring lasting peace as many hoped, but instead gave birth to new types of warfare, conflicts that carried deep spiritual significance often overlooked by modern scholars. As ancient wisdom texts from many cultures have warned, periods of great material progress often coincide with spiritual decline, creating perfect conditions for conflict. The Korean War of 1950-1953 was the first major battlefield where these forces manifested. This was not just about communism versus capitalism as your textbooks claim. It was a cosmic struggle playing out on a peninsula that had long been considered a spiritual crossroads between East and West. Korean shamans performed secret rituals throughout the war, attempting to restore balance to lands where ancestral spirits had dwelled for countless generations. The dividing line at the 38th parallel remains not just a political boundary, but a metaphysical scar that continues to affect global energy patterns today. The Vietnam War revealed another dimension of this hidden pattern. When Daniel Ellsberg leaked the Pentagon Papers in 1971, he exposed how American leaders had systematically deceived their people about the war. But beneath political deception lay something deeper, a clash between technological domination and ancient wisdom preserved in Southeast Asian spiritual traditions. American soldiers reported strange experiences in Vietnam jungles that military reports never mentioned, encounters with energies and phenomena that Western science could not explain. The sacred temples of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, some dating back over 1,000 years, became battlegrounds, disrupting energy centers that spiritual guardians had maintained for centuries. As the Cold War spread its shadow across the globe, proxy conflicts erupted in Angola, Afghanistan, Nicaragua, and dozens of other nations. These were not merely political chess matches between superpowers, but competing visions for humanity's spiritual future. The Soviet-Afghan War led to the destruction of ancient Buddhist statues and Islamic holy sites, severing connections to wisdom that had guided generations. When Yugoslavia broke apart in the 1990s, the world witnessed how quickly ancient ethnic and religious tensions can resurface when artificial structures collapse. The deliberate targeting of sacred sites, Orthodox churches, Catholic cathedrals, and Muslim mosques was not just strategic warfare, but attempted erasure of sacred geography that had defined Balkan spiritual identity for centuries. The destruction of the historic Stary Most Bridge symbolized the breaking of connections between worlds, not just communities. Perhaps most troubling was the Iraq War of 2003, which transformed Mesopotamia, literally the land between rivers and cradle of human civilization, into a modern battlefield. When the National Museum of Iraq was looted, artifacts dating back to humanity's earliest writings were lost. From an esoteric perspective, these were not just cultural treasures, but energetic anchors that had stabilized the region since the dawn of recorded history. Their removal created a spiritual vacuum that continues to affect Middle Eastern dynamics today. The Arab Spring movements and subsequent Syrian civil war erupted in lands mentioned in ancient prophecies across multiple traditions. Damascus itself appears in texts thousands of years old as a place of profound spiritual significance and transformation. When such places become war zones, the collective human consciousness experiences trauma at levels deeper than most can perceive. So what can we learn from this hidden dimension of global conflicts? First, recognize patterns when you hear drums of war beating. Ask what ancient tensions are being exploited, and what spiritual imbalances seek resolution through conflict. See the world as an interconnected energy field where disruption anywhere creates ripples everywhere. Study conflict zones not just for their political significance, but for their historical and spiritual importance. Most importantly, understand that lasting peace begins within. As above, so below, as within, so without. By finding harmony in our own hearts and minds, we contribute to healing collective wounds that manifest as war. From Korea to Vietnam, Yugoslavia to Iraq, Afghanistan to Syria, these conflicts tell not just stories of nations fighting, but of humanity's ongoing struggle to balance material progress with spiritual wisdom, individual desires with collective harmony. The ancient seers from all traditions would remind us that even in darkest times, Transformation is possible when we awaken to deeper truths. If this exploration of hidden knowledge has opened new doors of perception for you, I invite you to join our community of seekers. Your thoughts on these revelations matter greatly. Share them in the comments below. If you found value in today's journey, help others discover these insights by sharing this video with those who might benefit from a deeper understanding of our world-hidden patterns. Each new perspective added to our collective conversation brings us closer to the wisdom that can transform conflict into peace. Until we meet again on this path of discovery, remember that the greatest mysteries are not found in distant stars, but in the patterns flowing through human history.